The lights on. The time has come to remember. It's time to see. It's time to know where your true story comes and goes. You see, here, in the facility, memories are treacherous little things, and you must always hone your mental capacities, lest they slip away, carried away on wings. And so your minds are a little confused, not sure what is left and what's been used. It matters not what is real. In the end, the facility will always lead around the next bend. It matters not the past or future, the present labor, your mind's own suture, except that in its utter silence, your heart and mind will burn with violence. Your purpose now is only this: define all that is anomalous. Welcome home, agents. Each of you awaken to a soft chime, a ring throughout your quarters that sounds sharply at 0400. The sound continuously chimes as each of you groggily comes to awaken, with none of you finding any immediate control to shut off this chime that just seems to resound through your quarters.
Oh, that's really annoying.
There's no way I wouldn't have remembered this. And stick a pillow over my face.
Alright. I imagine somebody's gonna be doing some meditations.
Yes, I am.
As each of you attempts to recover
I
from
do that.
rude awakening, sure. And some of you sit down.
Drag my ass out of bed.
You drag yourself out of bed and you kneel to meditate as everyone else is getting ready to leave their rooms or answer this chime somehow. And then each of you suddenly hears the chime die out.
Oh, pleasant.
A soft ping, and then a red reticle appears by your doors.
Ah, hello, Proxy.
Good morning, agents.
Good morning, Proxy.
Automated systems have prepared your breakfast. It is waiting for you in the crew quarters.
Oh. Cool. Breakfast in bed.
It's at a table.
Oh. Right. Anything good?
Dak will go out to, I assume it's in the mess hall, or equivalent of?
Yeah, it's essentially like the hub at the center of the rooms.
Okay. Can I pick mine up and take it back to my room?
Yeah, you can definitely pick them up and take them away.
Okay. Yeah. Dak
It's set out and prepared for you guys to eat together, but there's nothing keep holding the bowls down or anything like that. It is oatmeal.
Ooh.
Each bowl
It's maple sugar.
There is. Each bowl has the exact same measurement of maple sugar, butter, and cinnamon.
Excellent.
And there's bananas available as well.
Yeah.
I'm putting bananas in mine.
I put
Down a
as much
minute.
fruit as possible. I don't add any.
Creek happily cutting up bananas. Everyone else looks at his face to try to find a mouth.
It just seems odd.
Is there a reason for the bananas? Bear Creek? You have a purpose there?
Nothing in particular. I like bananas.
Do you eat?
Potassium.
Right. In an organic, I would understand potassium. What do you like about bananas, Creek?
Why are
They
you
are
specifically
yellow.
asking about the bananas?
Hey, Dixon, is your character like lifting the helmet up slightly and like slurping that down like Mando soup style?
No, he hasn't. He has his gear on, and
Okay.
he's just going to eat in his
Sure.
room.
Sure.
Why are you even questioning the bananas if you aren't questioning the oatmeal? I would think it's like skipping a step, right?
No. Robots with oatmeal, that's fine. Robots with bananas. Thumbs off. Hey, Proxy, is there any orange juice?
Okay. We were told there was continental breakfast at this place.
Orange juice will be served. Define continental breakfast.
Smaller than
Which
intercontinental.
continent would you like to specify?
Ooh.
Never mind. A joke from an old book I heard. I'll sit down. After I finish my meditations, I'll come out and sit down and eat for that conversation.
I will relate to your personal computers the weekly menu. As you are aware, from contract signed, it is immovable.
Right.
Our oatmeal blend is specifically designed to aid you in energy and recovery each day.
Well, these certainly are all the nutrients that we need.
No orange juice.
We don't have any mushrooms, though.
I believe you are growing a variety of mushrooms in your laboratory.
Oh, you see, that just makes sense.
You have been gone a month, though.
Well, hopefully I had the wherewithal to store some of them, because I imagine they might have grown out of control. They also might be incredibly dangerous.
Feels like you're smart enough to have rigged something up for a potential long-term absence, though.
Yeah, I've certainly never accidentally left dangerous, poisonous mushrooms
Dak is
to grow
definitely
unattended.
He's doing exactly this.
Well, that is a relief then.
Isn't it, though?
Don't think, Creek.
And then Dak closes his door.
No, if they are poisonous, I can deal with them.
Well, that's good.
That stands to reason, yes.
Are you gonna fight them?
If they need fighting, I will.
In that dream, we fought an animated book, so you never know. Or within that creature or whatever, fought a book.
I am happy to see all of you recovering so quickly from that last anomalous encounter. Teamwork directly correlates the successful length of an agent's cycle.
Well, I think the only real problem we had was the fact that we can't really remember anything before the month-long sleep. But aside from that, yeah, I think we're gonna do great.
Diagnostic scanned by sensors within the containment unit have led me to believe that your memories will come back with time.
Oh, good.
Hopefully.
I was
See,
gonna say, it's
that's-
no guarantee, right? You've never had somebody come back after they've been gone for that long. If they were gone for that long, they've been dead before, right?
You were the first group to successfully survive as a unit. For this I congratulate you, and I want to comfort you by assuring you that distant memories of your paths have little usefulness to your cycle itself and the duties at hand.
Reintegration as an experiment, and he'll hold up both thumbs, yeah. Go back to eating.
Here at the facility, we focus on experiments that have yet to be done.
Did Dyson come out?
Okay, that tracks. Oh yeah, Dyson.
Dyson has not appeared for breakfast yet.
Dak will come back out from his room. It was a good breakfast.
I agree.
Was good. Did you go back into your room and eat because you don't ever take your helmet off in front of anybody? Are you in some kind of like weird like Honduran cults that only does that?
Yep.
Kind of thing?
In a cult. That's why it went
Must be the
on.
way.
You're fired.
You're fired.
I cannot believe you. Ridiculous.
You're still laughing. So I got it. What's the plan today? Proxy, whoever else, reintegration. But are we being debriefed? Are we? What's going on?
Do all of you find a debriefing for the recent events necessary?
As far as I understand, we went to we were assigned this anomaly, and then we went to sleep for about a month. How are we fed? Did the anomaly sustain us?
It does appear that the anomaly has the ability to sustain. We have not ever recorded its continuous sustaining of life for that long. We gathered a fair amount of new data from your excursion, though it did not go as planned. The fungal capsules did not seem to do the trick.
Well, that's what it was, trial testing. So
This is true. Our tests require increased iterization.
it's science, guys.
So we should go back into the anomaly, is what you're saying.
We're definitely not going back into the. I don't vote for that. I think
We
that
need to give Agent Thanatos time to rework the chemistry. But yes, we should continue to explore options to eliminate and or render that anomaly safe.
yeah. Also, if you guys keep eating the fungal agents, it's very possible that you guys could be overexposed and over intoxicated to a degree that would be probably lethal to most of you, if not all of you. Oh, except for maybe Creek. I'm not entirely sure how that whole thing interacts.
This hypothesis is solid. Several of you returned with considerable amounts of liver damage.
Again, probably not my fault.
Probably. Like
Indirectly.
See? Either way, I need to go check my lab to see if, everything's alright.
how much did this anomaly know about our like actual past and stuff? I mean, they were able to construct a lot, and I have memories, but like, how much do they really like know about it? And he's gonna like kind of like follow like with his eyes, like follow a little mote as it bounces around his head a couple times. Make sure it's still there.
It's impossible to fully comprehend the level of understanding of the monoliths. They do not appear to act with any kind of independent thought. Instead, they seem to simply be. There is no agency. It is simply a power source sensed and a power source drawn from. This much we are certain from your timeline. As for today's activities, when all of you are ready, there is an anomalous issue that needs addressing. It has needed addressing for weeks now, but all of you have been gone.
Yes,
Alright.
please catch us up to what needs to be looked at.
Out of the fire and into the frying pan.
Before we begin, I have a very important question.
Yes, Greek.
You knew us before going to see the previous anomaly, correct?
I did.
Did Redacted ever remove his helmet in front of us previously?
My video logs of this cycle have recorded no events of any of you seeing Redacted's face.
Huh. Well, that checks out. Redacted. This man. Is that all he asked? Is that it?
There was not a second part. You may continue.
Oh my god. Okay, so what's when are we doing the where do we go for mission briefings?
I'm gonna get up and go knock on
anomalous
Tyson's door.
issues?
Mission briefings can happen here. You often prefer
Oh,
to take them in the laboratory, or most often, within your cycle and your time here as a team. You have taken your mission briefings in the library as to gather as much information as possible before equipping yourselves and going out.
Oh, efficient.
Smart.
Right.
We would hope you would be. Usually the efficient cycles last longer. Statistically.
So there's no standard for how long a cycle is.
There is not. There is an average.
There's no minimum, but there is a maximum, and that is the life expectancy of.
Well, we kind of just created a maximum, didn't we?
The maximum can fluctuate depending on the cycle's preparation time as well as the cycle's bench.
Huh. Interesting.
As the facility does need a certain amount of mortal interaction at all time and control, should a cycle team lose a segment of its membership during an anomalous exploration, the cryogenics automation system will replace those members until the cycle's bench has run out.
Okay.
How big is our bench?
Your bench began at 10.
What is it at now?
You are the last of your bench.
That makes sense. I suppose you save the best for last.
7 out of 10, not terrible.
Are any of
6 out of 10, I'm
us
sorry.
from the beginning?
Yes.
Is it classified to know who and what or do we already know that and we just haven't remembered it yet? Is that a thing?
Based upon current clearance, it is within all of your... It is within all of your purview to know that Redacted has been or existed on the team previous to the bench being used.
Someone.
That's
had to
actually
have
pretty
seen them
reassuring.
Someone's had to have seen them without the helmet, then, right? We just got to find that person. That's regardless. We should go to the library soon. Figure it out.
Probably dead.
As your team is mid-cycle, ship restocking is scheduled to happen. Should you make it to this time before the need to start a new cycle, the bench will be replenished based upon the facility and the board's approval.
Fascinating. This place is pretty interesting. Well,
It is the only one of its kind.
Tyson!
And Anomaly.
That's a pretty good one.
Dyson is not answering their door. Why don't you guys go ahead and make those of you that are still in the main room where you guys most of you were eating, go ahead and make perception or awareness checks because we're playing our game. I apologize. I probably should have taken a nap today.
Oh,
9.
18 plus 1 is a 19.
21.
Creek, as he's banging on the door, you kind of scan the room and you see at kind of like the bar side where like the sink is, where the dishes can be cleaned and like the dish cleaning system and stuff. You see there's already a dirty bowl and spoon there. Dixon, did you catch everything while you walked away? I saw your headphones on.
Yeah.
Cool.
All
right.
Dact will look as surprised as the rest of you that he has apparently been the longest team member.
Also, he's wearing a mask, so you can't tell if he looks surprised or not. He animates heavily with his shoulders.
Does his helmet not emote? I want his helmet to emote.
It's not like a zero situation.
Lots of head nodding. You do notice that, Creek.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. You turn and you continue watching him bang on Dyson's door.
Oh, she's gonna miss out, and I'm gonna walk out and start to explore. Can you like? I don't remember how to get to the library yet. So can you like show me? Can you like put some arrows on the wall? Does the the lights proxy? Can you make yourself look like direct me towards where I'm going?
The library is the junction directly to your right. There is no other path to the right other than to the library. The laboratory is over to the left. The situation is similar. Continuing down the hall, you will find other amenities.
To the library, then.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed.
Yeah, Aristarchy will get up and start bouncing towards the library.
The proxy's awareness systems are hooked up to a biometric chip-based system.
I lost it.
Proxy's got it all together, guys. Don't worry.
Totally with it.
Don't panic.
What Proxy was trying to say, though, basically, was that if you want to ask, Proxy can tell you where people are on the ship.
Oh.
It's not a secret. Dyson is currently in their laboratory wing.
Where are you, Proxy?
The proxy is everywhere.
Classified.
It is also classified.
Come on, Creek. You walked
classified.
you walked into that one.
You should start expecting it.
You'll remember.
Maybe.
Okay, put this away. From the library.
All right, what do you guys want to do? You guys want to go to the labs, or you want to go to the library? You want to explore somewhere else?
I mean, Aristarchy wants to go to the labs, but if we normally take briefings in the library...
Yeah, you don't have to
better get-
immediately take a briefing if you guys don't want
Oh!
to. So, it's not forcing. They're not forcing you to
I
take a briefing.
would explore everywhere that I'm allowed to go first.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Well,
Probably would.
let's see.
Oh,
I,
yeah,
I honestly haven't made the whole ship yet.
that's fine.
I can describe a lot of it. So,
What the heck, Matt?
So currently you guys can access the laboratories, the personnel offices, which does include like private offices if people want like office style workstations, as well as like the basically like the computer, as far as files are concerned, like the computer mainframe. And then there's the library. There's also you guys have also discovered at this point by looking at like the heads up maps around the ship that you do have access to a rec room. Actually, as far as you guys can tell, the rec room's used pretty much for all of your guys' personal activities. One of the things you guys have noticed is that there's one observation port on this ship. It's on the back of the ship, and it legitimately looks out at space, and there are no other windows in this ship.
Huh.
So it's very claustrophobic. It's like being in a submarine. It's very unsettling. It's basically just constantly raining metal. But you have access to the observation port as well, although I don't think any of you have been there yet.
I realized that the library is the only thing down to the right, and I'll just look left, and I would go left. We went to the labs last
No, you didn't.
before we went to bed, right? No,
No.
we didn't. Okay.
We weren't allowed to.
Yeah, I mean, whatever I come across first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to my lab. I'm just gonna go there and make sure that things
The
aren't going.
laboratories include personal lab spaces, which can be used by the agents, as well as the ship's medical bay. Currently, there are 2 active labs. There's the Technomancy Laboratory and the Thanatology Laboratory.
That was my next question. I didn't know about. Have I started research here into what's giving me my powers and things like that, Roxy?
You have not started any research into the origins of your abilities.
Okay. We should start that before we go on another long mission or anomaly catching trip or something. There's space to do a little bit of arcane research.
Arcane research?
Yeah, you know, I'm an evoker. My powers are arcane, and they're also something else. I guess you guys would know. I really should start looking into the incident that I had, the void and such. But I'm surprised I haven't already.
I could probably help you with that.
Maybe I can just, we can have like a conjoining lab. That would be nice.
Well, I don't know that you would want that. There's a lot, like a. Actually, I haven't seen my lab yet. There's probably some dangerous stuff in my lab.
Yeah, and I might not want to risk, mixing our points of research. That might be explosive or implosive or something.
Could be fun though.
Agreed.
You guys reach the lift that takes you to like the actual lab section, and you're like taking it down. It kind of like hums to life, and then whoosh, starts to descend. A few moments later, it reaches the bottom, and you guys are looking out over a fairly wide hall-like space. It's on a basic level, it's almost like walking the floor of Comic-Con, but it's segmented with like massive glass walls that can be kind of shifted and moved into like laboratory sections. The closest that you see that's in use is the Technomancy lab, and you do see Dyson at work in there through the glass walls. And then farther down on the next to Dyson's, Thanatos, you see what you're fairly certain is your lab, and you can tell for sure, and most of you can tell for sure, because just past that, kind of conjoined with that and attached to it, is kind of like a large makeshift greenhouse.
I'll start sprinting towards my lab, and actually, well, the greenhouse portion, but yeah,
Sure. Thanatos goes running that way.
I will follow. I'm not gonna run, but I'll follow.
To the left of that, you guys see that there's a walled section that isn't as like open and viewable. Like it's not made up of glass walls. It's like kind of like a smaller room within the larger room, and that is marked as the medical bay. And I'm still making all the mechanics for the ship. I'll probably have that all to you guys next session. But one thing for sure is that the laboratory has a passive effect that makes it so the first computers and mechanics checks made in each day have opportunity for free. So
Per person or just once in general?
just once in general.
Okay. I was just curious.
But it's meant it's meant to more or less help each of the two characters that will use it the most often, at least once a day.
So who's the doctor? I mean, medical doctor.
Are you directing that towards?
Mainly just asking the room. Mostly Proxy, but anybody else can answer too.
Proxy doesn't immediately answer.
I don't feel like you're the doctor. This just points to Diago.
Or Phantom. My name. I assume that's what our name's supposed to be here, right?
I think you're the only other person in the lab with me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I would say
did the whole group not go down the?
I have no idea.
I would have gone.
I would go to Dyson's lab.
Okay. But like you went down to the labs with everybody else.
Yeah.
Say, Nishi, you went down, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, everybody say.
Excellent. Okay, so
I don't have medical training, or at least I don't remember having medical training, and that would be a lot to remember all at once. So I really hope that's not the case.
I have a little bit of training, but I don't know that I'm the only medical expert here.
I have medical training, but not with modern medicine, per se.
Oh,
That being said, I am not the doctor of this place, and I don't believe I ever was.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Creek,
Am I the
are you made
doctor?
for this too? Were you made for this too?
I don't think I was made for this.
Okay, so I don't know that Dyson's particularly great with.
Must be
medicine.
one of those people on the bench that we don't remember aren't here anymore, eh, Proxy?
Wow. Don't even consider that I could be the doctor. I'm not, but
I'm sorry to.
I'm offended that you didn't even think of it.
The medical bay provides full medical support to the agent team. It is commanded by an experienced medical professional.
Are you the medical professional, Proxy?
I have trauma training, and I have the ability to manipulate and use the tools and machinery of the medical bay. But it is supported by a primary. I would be available if my aid is needed, or if aid in surgery is needed.
Ooh, surgery. Who wants me to do surgery on them?
I think I want to see what your research looks like first before I let you,
That has happened 3 times this cycle.
That is very surprising. I do not have the training for that.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
That's pretty fair. I probably use some sort of anesthetic. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna walk into my lab and just like look over some of the experiments and like plant life I have.
Okay. What is everybody else got?
I'd walk in there and take a look with him. And then after I'd scan around there, I'd probably go see Dyson too.
I'd be going to Dyson first.
I want to see if I have a lab of my own. I don't know if I would, but I want to.
There's space for everybody to have, basically, but
Yeah, there's plenty of space. You guys actually find a lot of controls and stuff that allow you to manipulate the walls and change how the space is shaped and stuff.
You're speaking as Proxy, by the way.
My bad. Redacted, starting with you. You do find a small kind of rectangular cordon section where you do find various bits and pieces and like a workbench and stuff where you've clearly been doing self maintenance on your suit.
Okay.
You've got a couple different styles. You actually basically have a complete second suit.
Okay, cool.
It's not like really different in any way, but you've got like a backup.
Okay. Probably just like practice also.
It's like the Mark
assembling
I.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. And the one that you're wearing currently is like your better one.
Right. Okay.
All right. Who all went to Dyson's lab?
I was going to poke my head in to see Thanatos' lab, and then I was going to.
And Creek went straight to Dyson's.
Well, so.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We'll get to you. We're going to do Thanatos' lab first. You want to go to the greenhouse first?
Yes.
Go ahead and make an awareness check, and make a biology check. Is that biology?
Yeah. Biology, yes. Biology and...
Hey, is this our first biology?
I think so.
Oh, wait.
Biology.
Cool, guys. There's going to be a lot of those in this game.
Awareness. Oh, sweet.
I might have rolled one
16
for the
awareness.
creatures we saw on the island lake. I think I might have rolled one.
Oh, you know what? I think you're right.
Regardless.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Good biology check. +6 to it, that's why.
Not bad, yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Kind of is. Alright. Looking around, you see what appears to be a private collection of probably around 100, give or take, different species of plants. Most of them are small to medium sized. They represent several different worlds and different biomes from those worlds as well. You have a considerable collection. Moving from out from the greenhouse to your actual lab, it becomes more of a situation where you guys find like the plants that Thanatos was growing off of that, like in more experimental situations. Looking over your data and what's there, you can definitely tell that all of this work is yours, and it's something that you've been working very passionate on. And you can also tell that a considerable amount of the testing that you're doing has to do with various listed anomalies. Looking over some more of your research, you do specifically find some information on like the stuff related to the pill that you attempted to use to inhibit the abilities of the last anomaly that you guys had an encounter with, Thanatos. And you're fairly certain that at least some of the chemicals and chemistry behind those pills that you designed were sourced from some kind of anomalous thing itself. So...
that makes sense. Yeah.
You're actually finding, like, the more time you spend looking at data here, the more you're finding that, like, using anomalies against anomalies is like a thing, for sure. Like, anytime an anomaly can be seen as an asset, your guys' number one goal should be to turn it into an asset to help you survive other anomalies. Basically, you gotta fight fire with fire.
I poke my head in the greenhouse area and
Fascinating.
oh wow, even from around the swamps and the badlands. Excellent.
There is a corner of this greenhouse where you were definitely growing unsanctioned foods.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would just turn to.
You notice that this you seem to have like corrugated like this specific section to like not generally be in like a good sight range of any of the security cameras and stuff as well. So you're fairly certain that you were purposely probably hiding it from the proxy.
Yeah, or he's trying to just have a very devilish smile. So you turn to Phantom and say, "You should probably be wearing some sort of respirator. Unless you have one of these," and I just kind of gesture to like the armor that I have that reduces poison effects.
Oh, I don't. I would look back and I would say, "Oh, I purposely was not breathing in there. It's fine. I can hold my breath for longer than you'd imagine." Okay,
That's good.
but I appreciate it. If I take an extended amount of time in there, it's fine. I will.
Okay. Interesting. Should definitely run some tests on that. But that's for another time.
It comes with the territory of what's, I don't know if it's a gift or just a side effect of my interactions with the void so far, but it has helped when I don't need to focus on that basic task.
We must have done some tests on
Those are the most casual interactions with the void drop I've ever heard in my life.
Right?
Yeah,
that's kind of what he is about it. Like
it doesn't
like,
even seem to phase or start. It just says, I wonder if we have. Just kind of starts listing a whole bunch of different things.
Glitched
This
out
must have been
crazy.
really. Oh, sorry. She was just listing a whole bunch of things. Like, yeah. And she'll just keep spiraling until somebody interrupts her.
Yeah, just give it a few hours. I'm sure I'll start remembering how much we've researched and done on this shit too. And he'll say, I'm gonna check out Dyson's lab actually, but I will be spending time here, I'm sure. Working with you. And he'll walk out and go seek out Creek and Dyson.
I wonder if we can make void plants. That has to be a good idea.
You should at least try, he says from over his shoulder as he's walking out.
Please don't try that.
In a controlled environment, of course.
Redacted, are you staying in Thanatos' lab, or are you leaving too?
No, yeah, once I've gotten stock of it, I will leave.
I take it you're staying Thanatos.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna be reorganized.
Which I would imagine means that Sayanishi's staying.
Yes.
Okay. So the two of you start to walk over. We'll cut back a little bit in time to Creek arriving at Dyson's lab. Creek, you push open the door. You do briefly overhear a bit of a conversation, and you see Dyson put kind of like this round beeping object fairly heavily, like kind of a frustrated slam down on the table in front of them, and then they kind of tip their face up and they look up towards one of the red reticles close to the ceiling, and they say, I don't know, maybe we should try it one more time. And then they turn their body, and you see that they're picking up a very, very large metal object and kind of like shifting it to another position on the table. And as they go, and they pick it up and they start to shift it, the proxy responds.
Dyson, we cannot sanction a third live test. You've attempted to blow up the monoliths twice already this cycle. Both explosions have left them unscarred. We understand that you're feeling angry. Perhaps you should see a therapist.
And Dyson just groans and turns and looks at you as you enter, Creek, and says, I hate the proxy. I remember now. I hate the proxy.
Do you actually remember?
Not really, but I was trying to be... what do you want?
Trying to be funny. Can't do that around Creek.
I just wanted to see how things were going.
Well, I have to admit, I really outdid myself on this lab. I kind of took a peek at the other lab, and my lab's better. It has more toys.
Like what?
They turn around and you see them shuffle through some of the stuff on the desk, and then they turn back around to you and they toss you a little metal box and they say, next time you want to do something funny, hide that. Just somewhere, anywhere that, it would be funny for something to explode.
I will hide it by the door to your lab.
No, that would not be funny. Somebody else, somebody other than me.
I will hide it in the doorway to the library. Be careful.
Yeah, don't tell anybody but me that, though.
I think he gave it to the one person
will
on
be
the
our secret.
Exactly. The two of you enter.
Hi, what's going on in here?
Oh, we're making toys.
Nothing.
Making Christmas.
She
That's
smacks her
slightly
forehead.
suspicious. You've been here for all of 5 minutes.
That is hardly
You're
enough
an early
time
riser.
to get anything done.
It's a fair point.
All right. Early riser, Dyson.
Sorry, what did you say to her? Them?
You're an early riser.
Wow. I don't sleep much. Especially not after sleeping for a month. Wow. All my memories were drained away by, some random bullshit from Gaia.
Yeah. How's it going, by the way? You getting anything back? Any snippets from just from being back in the lab?
I remembered that I don't like the proxy.
Well, she's a little. They're a little intrusive. It's not always a bad thing. Just privacy. So it's interesting that we all knew each other inside this dream, or that we didn't know each other, I should say, inside of this dream state that the anomaly put us in. But apparently, we've been working together for a little bit. It's kind of weird why some of us were closer to each other than others inside what the anomaly created.
There's a lot of X factors. The anomaly was probably trying to keep us separated as best it could, because it was probably harder for it to generate the false memories if we were around people we actually knew.
Yeah. No, that tracks.
Did you read the case file?
No. I
There's
meditated.
a case file?
Yeah, there's like a case file for every anomaly in this thing. There's like tens of thousands of case files.
I'm sure if we read it, we wouldn't have remembered.
I mean, dude, do you know how to read? I don't.
I do.
We just haven't been in the library yet.
I'm in after. I meant have you read it yet?
Unlike you, Dyson, the rest of us slept.
Oh.
I meditated and I had breakfast.
Well, I definitely didn't meditate. I did have breakfast.
There's some amazing benefits to it. I mean, you don't have to do the whole thing, and I'm not sure if you can do it exactly like we do it because you're not the same.
You're literally never
species,
going to get me to meditate.
I've probably had this discussion with you 50 times. I feel like from just this interaction, I feel like we've had this discussion. That's fine.
Yeah, honestly, I'm already tired of it, so you're probably right.
All right, you're just as pleasant. I'm glad the anomaly gets interactions pretty correctly. Pretty correct.
Me too.
This is all technomancy stuff. That's kind of interesting. Totally different from Thanatos' lab over there.
Yeah, it's a bit too natural for me over there. I had a plant once. It died.
That's not surprising. You have any more? That you? I don't think you can keep many living things alive. Your little friend. I can't remember his name. Shit. I tried to stall to figure out his name. I couldn't remember it. The fucking drone. I would ask about the drone. I can't remember the drone's name. I would say, speaking of other things, where's our little friend? And do you have any more here, or are you some kind of a drone specialist, or do you make things like that?
Let me pull up Dyson's file really quick.
I can't fucking remember what the damn drone's name is.
Gucci.
Oh, I can't view. There's no more handouts to view. Bummer.
What? That's not true. The Dyson one.
Take out all hand. I can't. I get none. When I click on Word, I used to be able to see handouts.
I just shared it.
Dyson's is there.
I literally get nothing.
I only get Dyson.
Yeah, it's just Dyson.
Okay, there's Dyson's. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Is there a combat going on? Alright. I'm honestly also blanking on the name. Either way, they're going to they're going to motion to their left, where you'll see that the board on the table that they were bent over, that they were working on, has the drone on it. And it appears that they were doing modular fixes to some of the damage that was done.
Sure.
Not currently active, but my little buddy will be awake soon.
Sure.
So what's your deal, Dax? Are you just like all about straws, or what's going on? Are you just like super uggo?
Super uggo.
Oh, you mean the mask? The suit?
Yeah, because you know that yeah, what's going on?
It's. I don't have a name. It's always taboo. Cover my face, hide the shame. You know how it goes.
Sure. What was it like when class would start and the teacher would be like, redacted? What would you do?
I can't tell you if I could remember.
Lost that far back. Huh?
I get it, because redacted. Good one.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was like.
Low-hanging fruit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe you don't.
I mean, you guys all
Don't
have
call it
names,
out. It's still
but
not
that's me.
like high-hanging ones.
Mm-hmm. You all have names. It must be nice. Those two, their memories, they had very, very, very long names.
Let me know when you guys want to go to the briefing, okay?
We're probably headed
Creek.
there now.
I just forgot, Creek. You might not be the one that gave me my first
rest
title.
of the labs.
I might have more titles. It's unfortunate.
I don't remember any titles.
After being bullied,
Nor
by
do
Dyson,
I.
Redacted will go.
Jesse, I don't remember that.
Oh wait.
He'll
Dyson
walk out
asked
too.
you something. Dyson asked you something. Dyson asked you guys if you'd gone to the medical bay.
Oh.
No.
Didn't know there.
We walked by it.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, now it feels like I have to go back there.
I'm sure if the first time we enter the room is when we're bleeding out, it'll be fine.
Yeah, you won't freak out at all.
We won't need to know exactly where things are ever.
No, definitely not.
Because that's how good of a crew we are.
You can trust the doc.
It's you, right? You're the doctor?
No, I'm not.
Oh god, none of us are a doctor.
Good.
No, I don't think the doc's an agent. I think the doc's just the doc.
Wait, there's another person on this ship?
The doc?
Imagine there's a few more on this ship. We can't.
I've only found the doc so far. Well, and the proxy. Is the proxy count?
No.
I don't think so. I'll just walk out of the room in that moment of awkward silence. I'm gonna walk out the room and go back to the bed. Go to the bed.
Oh, thank God.
Creek is gonna perk up really quick. Just like frantically look around. What if that mirror is the anomaly, and this is the dream space?
Oh, shit.
Big brain plays right there.
Galaxy Brain plays by Creek over here.
I thought you
Dyson
said
Dyson did legit say, oh shit. You just like blew their fucking mind. They're gonna nod their head slowly for a minute and say, let's just hope you're wrong, yeah? It's good to see you, Creek.
And they like legitimately smile at you.
It's good to see you as well. Why do you think our names were not changed?
I don't know. What's different about us from everybody else?
We are the best ones.
Maybe it didn't think it needed to change our names because our names were already so awesome.
That seems accurate.
And I mean, it like barely changed Redacted's name. Dact? Come on. I'd redact that shit.
Wow, what a bully.
I'll go to the med bay after finding out that there's another person on the ship in there.
Sure.
Now that they are gone, I must head to the library.
Let me know when you need me, Creek.
How do I set this up?
I think you can just use the comm system to call over and be like, hey, I need you.
Okay.
Oh, the box! The box! Oh, just sit that
Yes.
down. The box will do the rest. Just sit that down. Oh, and cover your nose.
I don't have one.
It was a joke.
Ha, ha, ha.
Exactly. Exactly.
Unbelievable.
Exactly. It's exactly that kind of joke. You know what? Here's the second box. They hand you a second box.
No.
Just go for it. Honestly,
Thank you.
just put that one in the kitchen somewhere. That'd be great. But wait, tell me where after you put it there, so I know.
I will see you later.
Later on, man.
I'm gonna go to the library.
As soon as he walks out, Dyson turns through the glass and waves through the opposite glass to get Thanatos and Spirit's attention, and goes, and then just turns around and goes back to their work.
What do you think he's saying?
They're probably wondering why we're here. Aren't you?
I try to take things one day at a time.
Well, it seems yesterday was not exactly what we thought it was before. I know that you're a little bit different, or Astarte, that's why you're with me. But don't you wonder, don't you worry that this is a lie as well?
Well, I suppose it could still be all an illusion or a secondary simulation, but I feel like that would be very tiresome. And we have no way of knowing whether it would actually be dangerous or not. I mean, more than likely. It's like a carnivorous plant. But I don't know. I am concerned, but
As you should be. I seem to be the only one worried that our lives were very different up until yesterday. But everyone else seems to be going about this as if this is what they were doing their entire lives.
you think that I'm not trying to figure things out. I'm just not.
Oh, I know you're trying to figure things out, Maria.
Yeah, I'm just not afraid.
I understand. I wouldn't say
That's
I'm
okay.
afraid either. Mostly discombobulated.
Yeah, but new things are exciting and fun.
Not when it means your entire life was a lie.
Or maybe our lives have only been improved.
You
I don't
call
know,
this an improvement?
Depends. Maybe the galaxy's all in, like, shambles. We actually have no idea what the outside's like.
You're right. It could be better. Or it could be worse.
I like to see things as a glass half full kind of thing. That the galaxy is in such utter chaos that the inside is so much better. Wait a second. That doesn't track.
I know what you mean. I like to see it that way too, but something feels off. And I don't like it.
Well, then I guess we have some sleuthing to do. And she just kind of like gets into this like hunched down.
Around this time, the two of you would notice that it looks like most of the party, other than Creek, is going to check out the med bay. Creek appears to be heading to the library.
Still wonder who the doctor is.
Perhaps we should go find out.
Well, maybe it's some sort of state-of-the-art thing. Some weird techno amalgamation. That'd be really weird. Let's go find out.
Yes, Rhea. Yes, it would.
The two of you walk out, and the other pair that's heading for the med bay would notice them heading to kind of meet up with you guys.
Dyson said some pretty suspicious stuff about the med bay, so we're on our way to check it out. I assumed it was just the med bay.
Dyson seems to know more about this situation than we do. We should keep an eye on them.
They're Cimmerian?
Yes, they are.
And they're not currently with. She's still in her lab?
They are still in their lab.
Okay. Huh. Maybe it's a Cimmerian thing. What's so suspicious about it?
I don't know, that's why we're going. Just keeps walking.
Yeah. I'll shrug and I continue to walk, follow.
You guys reach the med bay. The door opens with a hiss. There's kind of like a soft flicker of fluorescence as all of you enter a white, sterile room. There's several large beds, as well as a large liquid-filled tank in the corner that appears to be empty other than the liquid. There's a couple desks against the back wall. There appears to be like a side room with an x-ray machine. This room is large enough that it has quite a bit of medical equipment. And then also attached to it, you guys can tell that there appears to be like a sterile surgery room. From out of the corner, you see one of like the side cupboards close behind the desks, and a figure seems to kind of just float out into view. They nod their head towards all of you, crossing their four-fingered hands into fingertip points that kind of meet. You should be able to see them now in the handouts. Hello. I had heard you had returned.
I cannot.
I cannot.
Trying to figure out why. One second. Reload real quick.
Oh, there we go.
Got it?
Yes.
The crazy shit we saw in the Horizon Initiative one?
No, it isn't. It's definitely
no.
it is definitely an alien, a sentient mortal alien species that none of you have seen before.
Oh, fascinating. Are you an anomaly?
Damn, the Anomaly.
There was a time when I would not have considered myself an anomaly, simply another Sicardum. But I am the last of my kind, and in that way, I am an anomaly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You were in there long enough to forget about other species. Crazy.
Our interactions have been seldom, often individualized. This is a preferred method when seeing the doctor or the therapist.
There's a
So you
therapist?
don't like speaking to us?
Is a therapist and you're not it?
I am not. I'm a medical doctor. I heal the body. He maintains the mind.
Where's the therapist?
The therapist is usually in the personnel offices, though their office is attached to the observation deck.
Hmm.
Not much to observe.
You have made that joke before.
Yeah, and it's still funny.
I don't know why Dyson made it sound so ominous. This situation doesn't seem ominous.
Dyson perhaps did not enjoy my candor. I sometimes do not catch myself before making off-color jokes. Dyson asked me for the basis of my expertise, as well as pried into my species' untimely demise.
Those are both things I resisted asking about.
I was going to say I'd like to know those things, but that's not the first thing I would ask. You have a name, or should we just call you the doctor?
The doctor is fine. My anomalous designation is what I am used to. As for my medical qualifications, I was considered a valued professional amongst my people, though a faulty transport across several sectors found me on one of the moons of Kent. I became fascinated with various mortals I met there. My studies were extensive. My notes on anatomy became a priority. It was many years before I understood the meaning of serial killer.
Yeah,
That's
actually,
why.
that
Why?
makes sense.
Why did you take an interest in knowing what a serial killer was?
Oh,
That's
because he
why
was one.
Dyson made you sound so.
He was considered a serial killer.
Oh, serial
How
killer
many-
with a medical background. I feel like
How many species have you studied? He'll put them in quotes.
Known species, all to count, except starborn. Classified species, several that I have been lucky enough to at least view. I did not enjoy standard containment. The facility valued my skills in exchange for some freedoms.
So why did I? Somebody, the proxy mentioned that I performed surgery a few times beforehand. I assume it's because you were either indisposed or didn't want to, or you just weren't allowed.
You and Sayanishi have both had field situations that required you to perform field surgeries. You did admirable.
Well, that sure is heartening.
That's a compliment from a serial killer.
How many conversations have we had before?
I believe you will often find people in my subset of criminology to be far worthier to receive a compliment from than most normal mortals.
That's fair.
Why do you
saying
use the
mortal.
word? Yeah, why do you keep using the word mortal there?
Implying that I'm immortal. Are you applying that to?
Are you
to
not
other
mortal?
anomalies?
No, I'm attempting to imply that I am mortal. Amongst our kind.
Yeah, he's just an abnormal mortal. Did you guys not understand the context of that conversation? What he's saying is he's just different than us, but is still very much able to die.
Sure.
Right,
What
in
makes-
normal speech, you don't usually need to keep re-implying that you're immortal.
Well, clearly he has some sort of deviancy about his brainwave patterns. Or that's just how all of his species is. I'm not going to make any assumptions, but that could
Speaking
be,
of your species,
you know?
you say you're mortal amongst your species. Can we know a little bit about your species? Like what makes your species? What makes you different from the rest of your species exactly? Is it just this deviance or something else?
I wouldn't necessarily define it as a deviance. I think that there's more layers to the study. Think of the knowledge that would have been gained if I had been able to return to my people. For the cost of a few hundred lives.
This guy's literally a Nazi scientist. I'm just saying. He is.
Or he's like the alien species version of the Zodiac Killer and is doing it for the shits and giggles of it.
So that
he's a
that
Nazi
point is
scientist.
moot upon my learning that I did not have a home to go to. I did not have a home to return to.
Sorry to hear that.
Sad.
Well, I wish you would do. It has been a pleasure to meet you.
Then Redacted will leave before he insults the man who is probably going to cut him a bunch when he needs it.
Can't wait.
I think we have a briefing to go over, but I definitely want to come back and talk to you about some of your findings.
Anytime, Thanatos. I'm sure I've appropriately disturbed all of your friends.
What's so disturbing? What?
Yep!
There are disturbing qualities about you, but you're also very, very interesting.
I still fail to see what's so disturbing.
I mean, tangentially, you're probably the closest one to his, methodology. I guess that makes more sense.
Out of all of you, I would imagine that statistically, Thanatos has the highest chance of becoming a serial killer.
Yeah, Phantom will laugh out loud, like, ha!
That's
I
not.
second that.
It's not wrong.
It's not wrong.
You would be amazed what can be accomplished when you simply do not feel. He smiles at all of you.
I can actually vouch for that. If you don't feel certain
That
emotions,
smile doesn't
you
mean
can get a lot
anything,
done.
right? Because you can't feel.
He can feel. He
mean
just
anything.
chooses not to in specific situations, or he is incapable in
It's
specific.
more of a flip of a switch.
Yeah, see,
And
it's like
yes,
that.
sometimes the switch is stuck it off.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Either way,
But don't worry, I'm here to help.
Okay. All right. Makes him not feeling this character.
I like this character a lot.
I do too, actually.
I mean, I as a person
maintain
am
you are very
definitely like this guy's this is a bad guy. This is not a good guy.
Down. Classic pull.
Oh man. Says
He nods,
Big
he
ol'
nods his
X on
head
that.
and watches silently, unblinking as all of you leave.
Yeah, did he blink or breathe or anything while we were in the room?
He didn't really blink, but he was definitely breathing.
Blink or
Okay,
breather. Yep.
Just like this weird relic man looking at us. Yeah, he's a Nazi doctor. He's the doctor. He's the Nazi doctor. Mixed with like Hannibal.
My favorite version of the doctor is the Nazi doctor.
I was gonna say,
He's so much more
BBC's
badass
gotta
than the war
make.
doctor.
BBC's got to make a doctor that's a little bit sadistic, right? At some point, like they've got to have like a little bit darker.
I think that if BBC wants to go Nazi doctor, they should go with Taika Waititi. They should just go full fun.
Yeah,
Full fun.
You're not wrong.
He's already made a Nazi movie.
But come on, we want him to make more Nazi movies.
It's true. He knocked it out of the park.
Nazi.
I was gonna
say,
say, especially if it's
Jojo
anything
Rabbit
like
yet.
JoJo.
Yeah.
Great fucking movie.
All right, you guys have left the medical bay slightly disturbed, or
Mhm.
maybe intrigued. Who knows?
That guy, as soon as we're out of earshot, or I think we're out of earshot, I'm gonna say that he's gonna take some getting used to.
What? 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 What do you mean?
Most of the behavior he talked about is not terribly normal. So, I mean, but he's not in the ship and he hasn't killed any of us yet, so it can't be.
Well, I mean, if you just account for the deviancy, then it's totally fine to have a conversation with him. You're just aware of the fact that he's likely to kill you and study you if he doesn't know anything about you.
While accounting for it doesn't mean that you can control when or if it happens, though. That's, I think, what is the most disturbing part of it. But regardless, very interesting fellow.
The Doctor has killed 3 agents in 26 cycles.
See, that's pretty standard deviancy.
That's a pretty low. That's actually a pretty low probability.
Also, something to keep in mind. He was pretty cool about how he was just like hanging out in darkness the whole time until we got there. Totally normal stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
That may have been for dramatic
probably why I'm. God, no privacy. He'll kind of like jump and like look around and be like, God, we really can't have conversations without any. Fine. I mean, I the darkness thing doesn't really bother me all that much. I got a little bit of a relationship with the darkness too. So,
You guys are weird.
but
The Doctor's first 2 agent kills were recorded on surgery tables during complex, life-threatening situations.
okay,
But
less
he's
and less.
The Doctor's third kill is recorded in self-defense after an agent succumbing to space madness.
All right.
The Doctor is allowed Ace to vouch a certain amount of self-defense murders or counter-murders when it comes to space madness, as it's expected within 1 every 5 agents over a cycle.
Seems like you're enabling some, disturbing patterns, but that's okay. That's for another day.
These vouchers are extended to all of you as well. Video recording clearly identifies and saves evidence when it comes to these specified situations.
Sure. He seemed eager to.
A cycle can be a long time.
It's true. He seemed awful interested in getting this briefing started. Started here, so we'll see what he's doing.
Yeah.
Dyson is going to exit their lab and walk up to all of you. All right, let's go.
You weren't wrong about the doc, that's for sure.
Yeah, fucking creepy, right?
very,
Pretty much a
very
Nazi
creepy.
doctor. Anybody else getting that vibe?
Thank you.
Fucking creepy, right?
Trust me, I know a thing or two about those.
Yeah, you read about them in the files.
No, Cimerians are incredibly they used to be very, very let's say pragmatic about their society.
My people are huge.
That is the
pieces of
nicest
shit.
way.
I'm the
I
product
was
of
going to say that is,
generations of genetic modifications and breeding.
Which some
I was
could argue
tossed out like trash because I'm a runt, but still. And those of you that know about Cimerians would, upon realizing that Dyson is a sovereign, be surprised, because you, based upon Dyson's physical appearance, you would have definitely assumed that they were not a sovereign. They are like They're like the sovereigns that get killed when they're babies because they're not going to become anything.
Classic.
Well, I wouldn't have discarded you. Unless, of course, I was your parents, in which case I probably would have given the context.
Dyson will turn and look at you, Thanatos, and say, "You wouldn't have discarded me. People like you rise a lot harder than being the ones that discard the runts."
I think I should say thank you. Thank you.
Nope. They keep walking.
Yeah, redacted last of that. To the library.
The library.
At the library.
All right.
Going down to the library.
Entering the library, a
There's an
more
art.
familiar space. It does shift and mobilize its resources as it did before for all of you. The central,
Nothing happens at the entrance?
not immediately, no.
Okay.
Relax. All right.
There's
So there is.
There's a bomb.
Dyson just told Creek to place it, and the rest would take care of itself. So,
okay.
You guys enter, and the slender, like cylindrical podium rises, and the red light emits from it.
Agents, are you prepared to address our anomalous event?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Files begin to kind of shift and appear as your guys' personal computers light up, but also like the projection screens begin to open for all of you guys to just be able to like see stuff in front of you, pretty much Iron Man style. And after you guys take a moment to kind of like scan things, the voice will start to go again. And
It seems to be becoming an annual event. Every cycle, Anomaly 03457 begins to grow too active for its containment zone. This has happened in the previous 52 cycles. And again, while all of you were gone, specifically while all of you were dealing with the monoliths, Anomaly 03457 has grown too active. As such, we have put in place our general containment plan for all of you to carry out.
go ahead and make either go ahead and make biology checks. As you guys start to biology checks, as you guys start to pull up the files, you would see that Anomaly 03457 is designated as the Hive.
Biology is savvy, right?
Yes, it is.
I rolled natural 20.
I will also accept vigor, but that's just an in-joke. Gotta make vigor stronger.
Wow.
Vigor just does everything now.
My virtual dick is this big.
It's half the size of my virtual dick, asshole.
Oh my god. You would say that.
All right.
Come back with someone with a virtual dick half that size.
Freak, that was a good biology check. Start there. Okay.
Why do you know so much about squishy things?
They are fun to poke.
Looking over the files, you guys would.
I got a 21. Sorry.
Where's my check? Did I roll one?
20.
That the Hive seems to be made up of an alien species of creatures, more specifically beasts. They They are not from any known sectors, and they do not have a recorded point of origin. But you would see that the hive itself, or what's designated as 03457A, which is also called the core or the hive core, was discovered on a meteorite that crash landed on a Gaian moon. And essentially, the core of this so-called, or did this entity that's designated as the hive, is a continually growing and expanding organism that births these creatures from it. It starts by birthing essentially a proxy for itself in the form of a queen, and then the queen develops and evolves the rest of the hive around it. The containment cell for the hive is able to handle years and years and years worth of this evolutionary process, but it continually hits a point along the cycles where they evolve to a point that they're going to eventually get out of the containment cell. So there's basically like a cycle by cycle agent plan that involves essentially like an infiltration and the planting of a bomb that then knocks the core back down to its starting and wipes the hive out, so it has to start again, because they have not figured out a way to actually kill the core. The core appears to just continually heal itself. So it's like the Zerg, but you can't kill it. So you just have to continually contain it.
Huh.
All right.
Now that's fascinating.
Have we specifically contained it before, or is it not since the last cycle? Different.
You have not. It's skipped the last 2 cycles, but the previous cycle to attempt this was able to successfully contain it, as we are all here.
Yeah.
How many of them died?
All right.
Sorry, how many of them died?
Several.
Super, great.
The combat scores of that particular team were not as high as your own.
Oh.
We would expect at least 20% higher survival probability. A 20% increase in survival probability.
Redacted is going to start counting everyone in the room and then point to him. Alright, one of us will live more than... One more of us will get out. Excellent.
You have an excellent track record so far.
I wouldn't remember.
Someday you might.
All right. Well, does this thing learn? Does the hive learn? And every time, or can we use past tactics?
It has learned from previous tactics. The core tactic of planting a neuron charge bomb and allowing it to wipe the core down to its weakest possible point has worked continually, but the evolution of the hive grows in complexity with each event.
Well, hopefully, we won't be around to have to worry about it the next time it happens, because eventually it's just going to grow to such. It's going to learn to such a degree and be a really big problem.
Thanatos. That's classified.
I was just. It was mainly conjecture.
Stop freaking them out. You're all going to do fine.
Okay.
I mean, if this thing is intelligent at all, I think everybody here could assume that that's what was going to happen eventually. We just have to hope that we are not the, the group that it gets smarter than. Right? It doesn't freak me out. It's going to happen whether we want it to or not. Just hopefully it's not us. We tried leaving the bomb, or allowing it to take it without it knowing that it's the bomb. That seems like an easy solution to me.
You would like to attempt to sneak the bomb into the hive similar to a pill to a pet dog.
Well, yeah, something like that. I mean, that's got to be the least amount of interaction we have with it. Least amount of interaction we have with it. Fuck. You go.
No,
I mean, the least amount of interaction we have with it will, one, skyrocket our survivability, and two, allow it to learn the least amount. Right? That makes sense, doesn't it?
aspects of that definitely check out. Wrapping the bomb in cheese would wipe out most of the remaining storage you would have for your cycle, though.
I would not think you to be so literal, Proxy. You should understand metaphors better than all of us, right?
Actually, Proxy is terrible at understanding metaphors.
It was a joke.
Oh. I see. What?
I thought they didn't program you with that. I thought they didn't program you with a sense of humor.
Apparently they didn't.
Ah.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Good one. Good one, Proxy.
It is.
I'll look at Dyson. I don't know why you didn't like Proxy. She's all right. They're all right. I'm very good with my pronouns.
Dyson has some inspiration, James. Dyson walks around. He doesn't really give you anything, but I just really love that line. You get an extra effort this session. Dyson walks around Creek to separate themselves more from everybody else other than Creek.
Dyson, I would assume you're our demolition expert. How would you go about putting a bomb in the hive?
And ram it down their throats. You guys
Okay.
like action?
Hey, Proxy, how large is the hive? Like, how far of a journey to get to the core would it be?
The hive is not extensive, but it is made up of multiple intersecting tunnels, and the path changes every time it regrows. Additionally, its living nature has been shown to have some ill effects on certain types of technological advancements. One major strain on entry teams to the hive is they often lose communication the deeper they go.
Does that have something more to do with an ability that they have, or just interference from being in a bunch of tunnels?
It is possible. They have proven to have both destructive anatomies as well as existing within the hive environment, which is dangerous to those creatures that are not genetically equipped to survive it. This includes pools of acidic-like liquids, gaseous clouds of noxious fumes that can poison you,
Good.
lurching tentacles.
Lovely. What do they when you kill all but the core? Do they reuse what's already there and add on to it, or are they forced through a use of some resource to completely build from the start?
The core has the ability to slowly retain and regrow much of its internal energy. It turns this energy into birthing small, undefined lines of their own species. A very, very few number of these evolve, But the hive's growth continues to expand despite their lack of survivability, because with each new birthing pattern, additional numbers are initially born. Only a few need to survive, but it continues to grow no matter what. It never stops growing, and it never stops hungry. It is the hive.
Yeah. Have we ever identified, other than the core, a I don't know how to say it, a different member of this hive? Like, is there anything special about anything other than the core, or is it every specimen of the species pretty much the same?
Different specimens evolve differently. They often evolve into lines. The hive uses these lines for their specific gifts to complete specific jobs, duties, and tasks for the hive as a whole. There are workers. There are drones. There are warriors. And there is a queen, a proxy that acts as a voice for the hive and communicates psionically, we believe, with the core, and turns this psionic communication into a guttural speech tone for these creatures.
Huh. Maybe the anomaly itself mimics the environment that it's in, because currently
I was just
it's
about to say
similar to
that.
how we work.
Funny the language you use, proxy. Calling it a proxy. Aren't agents just members of a hive too?
Proxy pauses for a moment, and the light grows dim, and then it glows again,
Uh-oh.
and then it glows again.
It's got to be classified, right?
Like that, our agents were members of the hive. We would be able to much more efficiently catalog and solve anomalous incursions. This suggestion has been considered for further study by the board.
Whoops, we've rocked the ship. Alright. I guess what I was asking before about a resource is kind of like, going back to our other metaphor, what could we use to be the cheese, as it were? There's something that they need. Is there something that they gather, or something that's this? If that doesn't work, I understand we will probably just have to infiltrate and go do it ourselves. But I mean, if we can find something.
To help keep the hive satiated while it's growing, and to keep it from disturbing its quarters and growing aggressive early in its evolutionary patterns, we feed it on a rigid diet plan. This feeding takes on a strange tone. The workers and the drones each drain the sacrificial lambs, we'll say, of their blood. They carry this blood back to the queen, and the queen feeds on it. That's that which left over is pooled and consumed by the hive.
Gross.
The bomb itself would be difficult to mask based upon what drives them.
I mean, Thanatos, you're doing a lot of experiments with different, like, organic things in your lab. You think we could make some kind of, like, I don't know, organic bomb that would do similar damage to the hive? That could be more easily masked than something that Dyson might make that would explode. If that's not possible, obviously.
Potentially, if I knew exactly what the chemical makeup was, I could make it some sort of defoliant or
You want
poison.
things to make a texture?
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, as you guys were saying, this Dyson's gonna pull up the schematics to the bomb that's supposed to be made for this.
You're talking as proxy.
Yeah.
My bad. Still getting used to it. As you guys are talking about this, Dyson's going to pull up the schematics for the bomb that needs to be made, like that's been used before.
Yeah, I mean, there's a variety of ways I could do that, but I don't know how effective that might be. A neuron bomb, as I understand it, wipes out like everything.
Dyson turns to you and turns to the party and says, "So you know how Gaia blew up? This bomb is like a mini one of those, but it would definitely vaporize at least a town.
Oh,
So
wow.
I don't know how you're going to make that organically, but I want to see you do it. And then I want to laugh at it when I make a better bomb, not organically."
Well, I mean, I could try that, but I'm fairly certain you'd be dead by the time I finished it. The amount of effort that would take, the trials, the seeding, the growth of funguses, it would take hundreds of years. It's not really feasible with current technology.
It doesn't even include how quickly you're going to kill me from boredom.
Wait.
Hey,
No.
on Avara, I don't know the flora and fauna of Avara very well. Is there some creature that's kind of like a hive type creature, like an ant or something like that? Is there something like that on Avara that lives in?
Probably.
Okay, I mean, because he would say, "Well, I was more meant like, I've read somewhere that to keep the giant ant population down in the Ember Nations, they will sometimes leave out, something like that they want, like food, like dead bodies that are already dead, hopefully. But they will put like a poison in it that you can, hopefully the whatever ants find it will take it back into their hive and poison and kill others by consuming it and pass it along until the population has been culled somewhat." That's kind of what I meant by this. Not necessarily a bomb, but something that we can give them that will neutralize them.
Cycle 32's team attempted a similar tactic. They struggled with this tactic because when the drones and workers collect the blood, they do it through ingesting it. And then they carry it back and reproduce it. So they act as taste testers for poisons and other invasive materials before it can reach the queen as part of the process.
Well, shit.
If we had more time, maybe we could analyze one of the drones in this current cycle. Then I could engineer it so that any poison they ingest doesn't kill them, but instead, once it is processed by their bodies, it would then poison the rest. This would be incredibly dangerous, but I'm more than willing to try it out.
How much time would you need? I could crunch the numbers and see how long I think we've got before this hive breaks out and tears the entire ship apart.
Well, we're already several weeks behind schedule.
Yeah, it looks like we're about 2.5 weeks behind schedule.
So
Actually, it looks like we're about 3 weeks behind schedule.
If my understanding of biology is at all good, hives reproduce exponentially.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and not to knock the biological bomb idea, but I believe our job here is to obliterate them, not just kill them. A biobomb might fail. As you said, a neutrino bomb, not so much.
But we might fail in bringing the neutrino bomb to where we want it to go, and then we will not annihilate all of them. We will only annihilate some of them. Therefore, we have the same problem.
Technically, we only need to annihilate some of them to properly get this all correct. But if we can manage to kill all of them with just the biological bomb, we can then study their corpses, and we can study the environment they made.
That's true. A neutron bomb would literally disintegrate everything there, right? If we had something left behind to study,
what if I just made a rocket and I strapped it to the bomb?
Can you navigate complex hive tunnels?
I could attach it to a remote.
Like a drone? Like a drone bomb?
I was thinking more like an RC car, but
Hmm.
sure.
Why don't we just send Creakin?
That's kind of speciest.
That's incredibly unethical.
I am not a RC car.
Yeah, sure, you're much more complex.
I mean, technically, yes.
Actually, what about that? Kind of gives me an idea, though. Some kind of signal. What if we sent in a drone first, and could somehow take a sample of something associated with the queen or the core, and then use that information, like remotely access that information remotely, and create some kind of homing device for the core? That actually could work.
We would just need a way to make sure we boost my signal, especially since the proxy warned us that communication issues might be bad
Oh, shit.
closer to the center. But it could work. We just need a way to boost the signal.
Is there any way to drill a very large tunnel of our own very quickly?
I don't have any equipment for that. I like the concept, though. It sounds like maximum damage. You know what we could do, Creek?
I have a very good idea that I don't think my character is smart enough to come up with.
I mean, your character's an infiltrator. They're supposed to be pretty fucking
I have
smart.
savvy, yeah. I
They're
have
supposed
savvy.
to
struggling
be
with
pretty
it, too.
fucking smart.
I've kind of said that like my character's smart enough to come up with ideas, but not smart enough to come up with how to execute them. It's kind of what I'm playing this.
So this is based off of like a real idea.
What if we genetically neutered them?
He's going with the Morden Solus strategy.
That's actually a really good idea.
So the problem with the anomaly is that if you wipe them out, they just create another queen. But what if we knock their population down to manageable numbers and then neutered the queen?
That would solve the problem of
Well,
it
it seems like
being able to
Would
come
it
back.
spawn a new queen?
I mean, if it spawns a new queen, the idea is that it would have to start over anyways.
Neutering the queen would not be the answer. Neutering the core in some way, that could be like a more permanent solution.
either way, we still have to wipe out whatever's in there, which is a real shame. I would love to study that.
And if we don't have to have 100% efficiency with the neutron bomb, then that part of it will be much easier too. Like you said, go in there, take out as much as possible, and then find a way amongst manageable numbers to execute our plan.
Proxy.
Yes, redacted.
How many cycles have we been in possession of the Hive?
The Hive came to us in cycle 8.
And we are on cycle
86.
Okay. 78 cycles. I feel, addressing the rest of the party, I feel this anomaly has been well researched.
I mean, not if all they've been doing is blowing it up with a bomb. Researched enough to get to the point where you can blow all of them up with a bomb, but I don't think any farther than that.
Sure, but
They definitely have records of like medical examinations of like different hiveling corpses and stuff.
Okay.
That was how they were able to tell you about like some of the things that it does inside and that kind of thing, and
Sure.
the fact that they
That makes more
definitely have like corrosive material built into their anatomy and stuff. But yes, it's definitely possible that if they hadn't chosen like that hard of an approach so early, they could have learned more.
Right.
It might also be, if we choose to look at this from a biological standpoint, it might also behoove us to figure out how to neutralize this acidic substance first, and that takes away some of the danger associated with it.
Can I check?
They haven't ever thrown this thing into the sun.
Throwing things into suns is incredibly difficult. Galaxies or solar systems are moving at a constant rate, so shooting an actual at any given star would require incredibly complex mathematical equations. So if you were off by even I don't know, a few nanometers at the very beginning, it could easily miss that star by hundreds of thousands of miles.
Right, but then it would hurl it into another solar system where it's not our problem.
Yes, I think that's the problem, though. We don't know if it would be a problem for the rest of the galaxy. Oh!
The Hive has shown the evolutionary capabilities to possibly be able to survive the wilds of space if it were able to use a planetary-sized resource to grow and expand.
What? And we haven't been able to communicate with this at all? Not we as in us, but we as in...
Communication was attempted in cycles 12, 32, and 46.
How did those go?
Each communication was attempted by an experienced scion. Each scion complained initially of ceaseless murmurings. These murmurings turned into wrenches and screams. Then each scion progressed into a panicked psychosis state and had to be put on suicide watch.
Right.
Then each of them killed themselves.
So not a very good suicide watch.
It's very hard to prevent somebody from killing themselves when they can do it when they're with their own mind.
Touché.
Communication is probably out then if it hasn't been tried in 40-some cycles.
Communication has not been reattempted because it has not been able to be established outside of psionic means. This did, however, lead us to believe that it is possible that this inherent psionic nature that travels between the Hive and allows the Hive to communicate with all of its many pieces.
Well, I don't think that I have any problems destroying nature that is unable to communicate in any facet. So I'm on board with the neutron bomb.
Arcane psionic communication was attempted but failed. We do not know why.
Attempted but failed. How did it fail? Did the essence fizzle out, or
there was absolutely no connection of any type, with no positive or negative side effects to the attempter.
So they're either mindless or
their lane of communication has some specific shared nature to that of psionic communication amongst the psionic orders.
Well, it has to be. Clearly, it's openly hostile to psionics, so none of us should attempt that. Though I don't think any of us have those capabilities. So,
did any of those attempted psionic communications result in using that connection against the Hive? There's some, because I mean, like you said, arcane psionic communication would not work because it was probably on the wrong frequency or something like that. I think that's how to equate. I don't know if you can actually equate that. I don't know anything about psionic capabilities, but it would stand to follow that if you could find the right frequency of sorts, use it against them in some way. Even if you cannot destroy them like that, you could incapacitate them for long enough for us to be more successful in our attempt to plant the bomb.
We currently have no psion on your team to attempt this.
Yeah.
Several, if not all, of the scions that have attempted this admirably tried to impose their psionic practices on the Hive. Each of them failed. It is possible that the heavy weight of their repercussions came from these attempted attacks.
Yeah. Hmm. Wish we could think our way out of this one, but I think the bomb might be our number one bet.
Oh well, there's always next cycle.
Hopefully. Well,
Dyson's going to turn to all of you and say, as much as I want to support the bomb, if there's only one queen, would there be a way to neuter the queen's control? Make the
I mean,
Hive
like
aimless?
psionically.
Psionic neutering them. There you go. We're talking neutering, right?
Well, none of us are
Neuter
psion.
them a different way.
So, but if
Yeah,
I
but
could-
like, there's medicine for that. Let's
Yeah.
just make some uber beta blockers.
I suppose I could try and whip something up.
You got a plan for that? You got a route for that? What's going on?
I will probably. I almost definitely have a fungus for that. There's a whole
Why do you
bunch
have
of
funguses for everything?
because they are an impressive.
Sometimes I think
Fun.
you choose funguses over plants just because you know they're gross.
Funguses are plants, first of all.
Okay.
Second of all, they're incredibly.
I'll let my
Impressive.
herbology teacher know about that one.
They're incredibly impressive organisms. They're self-propagating, and they require very minimal nutrients to actually make themselves.
Alright, I'm gonna go build this bomb. You guys figure not bomb stuff out. Ugh, fungus boy.
Well,
Not bomb.
I mean,
Fungus girl.
Yeah.
Do you have any mushrooms that have spores that have adverse effects on psionics?
I'm sorry. Redacted was asking me that.
Yes.
I'd have to double check. There's a couple hundred specimens here. There's a lot. And not all of them I'm completely familiar with. Well, I'm sure I was, but I don't remember. So I would need maybe about an hour and a half to try and refamiliarize myself. But, I mean, one of them has to be useful. Plants are quite amazing.
what if
Well,
we
I
combine some
will.
of our ideas? He'll have sat there for a second with his like hand in his or his chin in his hand. That whole putting a homing device on the bomb. What if we were to like? I mean, there's got to be studies done about how to deflect or refract a psionic creature's abilities, right? Like a scion, right? They have to be. Someone's had to have been found a way to combat that. What if we can repurpose that onto the bomb with the homing beacon, and then get the signal a little bit stronger, like Dyson was talking about, and then make it kind of like it repulses the workers, repulses the other members until it gets to the core, and then we blow it there. Something. What if we can create a shell around us that protects us from being able to Can they see? Does the hive? Do the members of this hive? Can they see? Like, are they use? Do they use their senses, or do they all use only their psionic powers to like interact with their surroundings? Yes, to the room, but hoping the proxy probably has an answer.
Can you phrase it for me?
Do they use? Do the members of the hive use senses like we do, or to interact with their surroundings, or is it just their psionic abilities? Like, is it? Do they have sort of a? Do they only rely on their radar, whatever it is, to know if things are there, or to know if there's something else around them? Because if we can dampen that psionic field and they cannot see or detect us, I'll look at the infiltrator and I'll say, kind of like your suit does for you, but like for psionic creatures? Kind of. I don't know.
The queen provides clear lanes of communication for the rest of the hive. Dampening the queen's ability to communicate dampens all of their abilities to communicate. Perhaps we should give Thanatos time to evaluate what resources they have at hand.
Agreed.
Then I will get myself geared in case we don't come up with an alternative.
And Redacted will go to gather their weapons. Get ready to shoot his way into the core of the hive. Blap, blap, blap.
Alright, so you guys want to, go prepare yourselves while we see what our...
Yes, we do, Proxy.
Yes, Proxy.
Our biologist comes up with? Alright. Alright, we'll take a break, and then we'll see if Nick can roll some rolls when we get back.
There's a way. There's a way you can hotkey it. You can bind a hotkey.
Yeah, I was trying to hotkey it, but I'm having some trouble with getting it to work when I'm not specifically having voice mod as my frontmost window up for some reason. I don't know. It's weird.
So you need to do settings, keybinds, and then there'll be voice changer on off.
Okay, got it.
And just click that and select whatever you want to bind it to, and then just try it out. Should work.
All right, cool. All right, guys. Everybody have a good break. All right. As Thanatos goes to work in her lab, what does everybody else do? Claire, the things you're doing. Also, this is your guys' last chance before you go do a thing to trade out artifacts in the library and that kind of thing. Now that you actually know what you're doing. Okay.
Well, I need to see Dyson about a box.
And
visit
I'm
the
also
kitchen.
going to look at that artifact stuff real quick. I took something. I took I think I took the can or the. I checked out the cannon, right? The plunging hand cannon. Yeah, that's what I thought.
You did. The list should have everyone's checkouts. Also, you should cut and paste stuff onto your sheets so you know what it does.
Yeah. I have my stuff cut and pasted. I forgot I was muted. Sorry.
No, you could. Thanatos, go ahead and make 3 biology checks for me. Actually, make 2 biology checks and a trauma check for me.
Biology. And biology. And then trauma. 17, 24, and then 14.
All right. After about an hour, as everyone else is preparing, you're fairly certain that you have the ability to make a liquid form of a poison from some of your fungus and other plants, some chemicals you have. It would need to be injected into the queen's brain. But it would make her brain scream. Like, this is like the worst simulated headache ever.
It's basically, I mean, it's effectively like a communication lobotomy. Yeah.
So, like, you're fairly confident based upon your rolls that you've made something that would just make it impossible for the queen to like clean up the communication.
Okay. Well, well, I think I've managed to concoct a pretty nasty lobotomizing agent. The only hitch is we have to inject it into her brain directly.
Yeah. Also, if you're going to use the bomb to incinerate the numbers, you would know based upon kind of like thoroughly trying to plot your plan with all the info you have and from the previous cycles, that you probably need to use the bomb to wipe, and then your party would need to like hang out for a few hours until like the next queen spawns in like its infant form, and that's the one you would want to inject, right? Because if you just blow up the one that you inject with it, then the next queen that regrows will just start the process over.
Yeah.
So you want to neuter the next process after you wipe it. Okay. So yeah, that's everything that you figured out.
While she's doing that, I would reach out into the anima, or at least try to.
Sure. Yeah. No, you absolutely can. What does your anima veil look like? Does it look like the wilds of Avar? Fucking idol. Have you thought about it? Do you want time to think?
I hadn't.
Okay.
It would probably be a natural area, but it would probably be pretty flat.
Okay.
Like, relatively featureless.
Okay. Yeah, you kneel and you drop into a deep concentration, and you eventually materialize in the anima. Go make an awareness check.
Oh.
Yeah, that was rough. Looking out over the flat space, kind of at the corner of like your range of like detailed vision, you do see some kind of like almost like glowing slitted sets of eyes just kind of staring in your direction. It looks like 3 to 4 pairs.
I'll look over in that direction and say, ancestors, if you can hear me, I require your counsel.
There's a few long moments of silence, and then the eyes disappear, and there's kind of like a ripple in the mists of the realm, and a fairly featureless Averin figure steps out into view and kind of watches you quietly.
Do I recognize them at all? Have I seen them before?
It feels like a familiar presence, but their body doesn't have very much detail. Like there isn't really any facial features. Like there's just, it's like.
Is this normal for me though?
Yeah, you haven't really like sussed out who you've been speaking to yet.
Right.
You just know you're speaking to ancestors. Like you can inherently sense the connection.
It is good to see you again. I have concerns about this place. I'm hoping to find common ground between then and now.
The figure kind of watches you for a moment, and then they step forward, and then they drop into kind of like a repeated kneeling position to the one that you materialized in, which is essentially just a copy of how you look on the physical veil. And they continue to watch you for a moment silently before nodding their head and say, "Your situation seems dire. Not only because it's dangerous, but because it is, in so many ways, incomprehensible."
This much I have gleaned for myself, yes. My concern lies in the definition of reality. I have known a certain life for all of my years, and then just yesterday it seems all of that was a lie, or at least most of it. Have you any truths that may ground me in this reality?
It is interesting. Something about you seems more obscured than normal. No doubt, as you've lost these personal memories, in some ways your connection to the anima and how it mirrors your inner thoughts has been harmed or impaired as well. I can tell you this: where you are now is reality. Wherever you were taken by those monolithic objects, they separated you from us, those that watch your ancestors. They separated you from us in a foreign and strange way, a worrisome way. I did not sense you anywhere.
Your words grant me relief, and for that I thank you. This, well, I say new life, though it seems this has always been my life, has several pieces of this puzzle missing, and it is my aim to find them. I have much to learn about this place. It seems I have much to learn about who I really am.
Perhaps as your ancestors, we can help you repair your memories faster than most would. Perhaps the anima can aid this challenge. Though I must be honest, we do not yet know how best to do this.
I will await any further counsel you may have for me. For now, I will seek my own path in the material veil with Ariastarte and the others. I only hope that I can protect them long enough that we all understand exactly what is going on.
The figure nods. Remember, return to us regularly. It appears that many of these anomalies have ways of interfering with the nature of our connection, no doubt because of their own strangeness.
Yes, there are properties of this place that I have found to be quite different. It remains to be seen exactly what knowledge I retain and what memories I retain are applicable.
The figure nods. And do not worry too much about Oriastarte. Out of all of you, she seems
most prepared for this place?
She is in her element, which delights me in some sense, but worries me in another. I am glad to have her always, of course, but especially here.
The figure nods. Caring for anyone is a double-edged sword,
Yes,
especially here.
yes, and certainly a restart.
He chuckles.
I'll nod and just sort of like take a look around, just to not looking for anything in particular, just sort of like
Taking it in.
like being happy of seeing something familiar.
Yeah.
And she'll look back to the figure and say, I will return to the anima as often as I can. It seems whatever work we have to do here may be life-threatening, potentially time-consuming as well.
We will be watching as best we can, always.
And of that I am glad. I may be calling upon the powers of the Spirit Veil more so, or more often than usual.
And they will come to your call.
I'll nod, and then I'll come back out of it.
Okay. Hey, first field trip to the anima.
Woo! Any other time that there is while Restart is doing her preparations, I would try to prepare some rations for us.
Sure. Yeah. Are you using your talent?
I am using my talent.
Do you want to? So, what exactly are you doing?
So, well,
I don't know verbatim.
if I can do both, I'd like to do both, but each one takes about an hour.
Yeah, you could do that if you wanted.
Okay. So I can give myself and 6 others +1 to Vigor Defense and Savvy Defense checks for the next 4 hours. And I can create 7.
Really quick. As you guys were preparing for this, the proxy would have also told you guys that because of how the failsafes for the ship works, technically speaking, when you dive, you need to leave one agent behind. So like
You don't have to play Dyson.
you need to leave somebody to turn the key with proxy if like the facility needs to failsafe into a wipe itself out and destroy all the anomaly modes, because there needs to be a failsafe in the facility against proxy in case something happens where proxy gets controlled or loses control or something. So like proxy can't failsafe the ship, and neither can you guys. You have to work together. So yes. Also, so I don't have to play Dyson every single time you guys go someplace. But when this is brought up, some of you might do math.
So at some point before we know that we're leaving to go do this, I would I'd like make a quick meal for everybody, and then I'd use some extra time to make the rations. Make 7 of them.
So we need to do math. Who's staying behind?
I assume
I
the bond doesn't require Dyson to be present to activate. Redacted will turn to Dyson, because that's correct.
Tyson will nod their head and say, "Oh, I mean, like I was gonna make a remote with like a big red button, you know,
Ooh, I like big red buttons. Yeah, it's probably not for the best.
and then it'll
If-
count down, and you guys should probably run at that point.
Yeah. I mean, in the event of a failsafe situation, I imagine I'd probably be the most likely to immediately invoke it.
It's probably why you always go on the missions. I have a feeling you always went on the missions.
Yeah, my psychological profile
You seem like a
probably
field
wouldn't.
guy. I feel like that's probably how you got a bunch of those plants too, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Why were all of us
Plant
in
things.
the monoliths?
Yeah, so you probably try to check it.
Dyson smiles. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was just waiting to see if anybody else would get there.
Probably an attempt to try to pull us out.
Or worse, there's somebody on the ship.
Say if that doctor's in charge of that, I don't think he should be in charge of that. Just saying.
Hey, Proxy,
Yes, redacted.
why were all of us in the other anomaly?
When the away team left and then lost contact, Dyson decided to get a little hot-headed. Unfortunately, the bench is dry on this cycle, so the normal cryogenics bench unbenching protocol cannot be done as punishment for this mistake.
So if
Yeah, I tried to rescue you guys. I know. I'm a hero.
Selfless.
so
Stupid.
you're not
That's selfless.
yeah, you're not gonna have communications with us when we're in there.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I had maybe an idea that could help you guys with the communications issue. Not necessarily me, but maybe you guys.
What's the idea?
I was thinking about maybe making like an antenna that could power up your guys, boost your signals a little bit, and just duct taping that thing on Creek's head. Honestly, I think he's just the best conductor for the radio signals. So I think we just roll with that, and who knows? Maybe it works, right, Creek?
I may be the best conductor. However, I am not the tallest to get the greatest signal out of it.
Well, I mean, you're going to be in a hive, right? Who's tallest? Who's tallest and wants an antenna duct taped to their head?
I mean, I think I am.
Those are two questions, you realize, right? Different
I'm like over
You
6
answer
foot.
one at a time.
No.
All right, I'll do it to this guy. They walk over and they like roughly grab you by the shoulders and like pull you down to one knee and start taping it to the top of your infiltrator suit helmet.
I kind of agree where height isn't really the issue.
You feel them like unplug some things in the back of your helmet and hook the antenna in. Nah, it's cool. It's cool. It's all good.
Dyson will hear the click click of a shotgun getting racked
There's a
when they touch my helmet.
There's a pause, and then Dyson goes, "All right, we're all good." And you stand back up, and you run some diagnostics in your helmet, and everything seems fine. And then Dyson turns to you and turns to the party and says, "All right, well, I'll do the best I can to watch from here, and if I get any kind of signal, I'll try to communicate with all of you."
I also have a means, as long as whatever they are doing to block communication does not block the manipulation of essence, I can communicate with you as well. Not very many times, but
We don't have any data on that, so we'll learn something new. And right before Dyson walks away, they turn to you, redacted, and they go, "Oh, here's this. I couldn't remember where to plug this in," and they just hand you like a loose cable and walk away.
Oh, I can't do that. Lied. For a minute.
All right.
It's also
Is there
psionic,
anything else?
so-
Is there anything else you guys want to do before you go? You do this.
I got nothing.
Everyone's good with their artifacts.
Is that
Maybe.
wire necessary?
Creek wants to talk about this wire.
Apparently not. My diagnostics show everything seems to be fine.
What about
like-
the antenna?
What if you need to go invisible? Can you make that antenna invisible, or are we gonna have to explain a floating, rod in the middle of it?
I don't know. Technically, my technology should be able to encompass the antenna as well.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
That is what you would assume.
he's gonna like check the back of his helmet and stuff and find out which cable that he's holding in his hand. And when he finds it, he'll reattach it.
Sure. As you're doing that, you also find like a couple cross cables that you fix really quick. And then
I don't even understand why they needed to touch any of these. It's nothing to do with the it's so far away from the antenna.
Tyson likes to play jokes.
Yeah, not the ha-ha funny kind.
I thought it was funny.
No. That's why we saved those jokes for you, Greek. Alright,
well,
let's fucking do this.
I'm ready.
Yeah, once he has all his cables in, he kind of puts the shotgun over his shoulder on the strap and shifts his backpack a little bit. And
I would have handed each of you
Ready to go.
that I made.
Ooh.
Ration.
do you explain to their characters what it is?
You can, out of character, you can eat it as an action to restore HP equal to my savvy or zeal, whichever's higher. So 3.
I can't. Huzzah! I hand it to someone.
You're
I mean,
just
if you don't want
choosing
one,
not to be able to. There's a difference.
It's-
There's a difference.
He just
Wow.
points to his helmet. It's not a choice.
Sure. Will make me make the joke again. Will make me do it. Just the way it is.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I take one.
well, yeah, of course I take one.
Redacted will politely decline it. And just suggest.
Better suited if you give a second one to someone.
I mean, I assume you're a good cook because I'm getting a good feeling about you handing me food. Shit, what was her name? Spirit. I get a good vibe from getting food from you, Spirit. So you must have been a good cook the whole time.
I have done plenty of cooking in my time. You can trust that these are invigorating, if not tasty. Though I do my best with what I have. I'll hand an extra one to Orisa.
Said I got a good.
And I'll say, and of course you get an extra one.
Yes.
Don't eat them all now.
Well, no, fine.
All right.
Redacted. Stop tapping your helmet.
Got him.
That was pretty funny.
Got
This is
him.
my bad cup.
No.
It's funny because you keep hitting it to say things as redacted and then turning off your voice mod.
Hey man, he's getting used to it. This is his first voice mod character.
I've never done a voice mod character, so
Yeah.
I imagine they're very useful.
There's a sound that is when it's very hard to hear over other people.
Gotcha.
So I'm trying to hear the audio cue, but sometimes I miss it.
All right. So, Dyson departs your party, and you guys head to the lift into one of the ship's containment wings to head to the Anomaly's containment unit. It takes you guys about 20 minutes to get. Once you arrive, it's a standard sealed door. It is labeled 03457, the Hive. And as you approach, the first of you that reaches the door is able to bring up one of your badges and slide it across. It activates a little green light.
I believe shortly we will lose communication. Good luck, agents. I look forward to seeing you back here soon.
Well, hopefully we don't.
20% increased
Die.
survival rate, right? We'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay.
Who would like to help carry the bomb? Because the bomb is pretty big and heavy.
Redacted will.
You have a couple options. You can hold it in two hands, or you can like strap it onto your back.
Strap
It's
it on
pretty
my back.
big. Okay. It may incur some, depending on the checks. It's pretty heavy. It may incur some severities. Just to let you know.
Does anyone else?
Going to be carried between two people and take away the chance of severity on either one?
I think that would probably lessen situations with severity, but there would definitely be situations where if like two people are sharing holding an object, that like it would be more difficult for them to do things as well.
Sure. I will.
The bomb is supposed to make things harder for you guys, not easier. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
overall, it
It's
makes
the
no
mechanic of the mission.
because it's
If
a
it
bomb.
can be avoided, I should not carry the bomb.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of strength.
I have one vigor.
I have two.
So.
I have 2, so you have as much as me.
Creek, you want to be the bomb boy?
I could be the bomb boy.
Creek is the bomb boy. You guys strap the bomb to Creek's back.
Look, this is
Alright.
better than an antenna, right?
I guess.
The containment door opens in front of all of you with a soft metal whir that ends in a series of long click, click, clicks followed by a wet squelching. Ahead of all of you, hot, moist air kind of seeps and almost steams out of this doorway, and you do not see any sources of light. It's just dark.
I have dark vision.
Sure.
I'll go up in front and say, my abilities help me see better in the dark. I'll go first.
Looking through with your dark vision, you notice that while this was clearly at one point like a sterile gray containment room, like they all are, like a massive shipping container almost. This entire room, its floor, its walls, its ceiling, all of it is covered in just a disgusting, thick layer of this just like pulsating, fleshy growth. Just this alien nasty is just everywhere. It looks like to you at the center of the room there appears to be a large hole in the ground.
As we step in, I will. I'll look to Redacted and Creek, and I will reach into my pack and pull out like a. It looks like a handcrafted like petrified wood talisman with like Averin runes, and I'll hand one to each of you and say, In case we get separated, I will always know where these are. Hold on to them. Mechanically, I have the object binding spiritual discovery. I'll post it real quick.
Do that. New mechanics are cool.
Yeah, so I have 3 of them linked. Aria Starde has the other one. She has had it for a long time.
Rank and power. That's cool. I like it. Pretty cool. I don't remember, Matt, what we said. I think I had talked to you about this, but my umbral motes does using it at making it give me dark vision. It's supposed to give me 30 feet, but that's what my racial or my species feet does too. My subspecies feet.
They
Does
don't
those
stack on
I
each
don't
other.
remember that.
They
No,
don't
okay,
stack
okay.
on each other.
That's right. Because they're okay. Never mind.
You just a dark vision boy all the time, with extra pockets of dark vision. All right.
Too bad you can't give it to somebody else.
I was going to ask you, is that possible?
Do either of the abilities say that's possible?
I don't think so. It says you can enhance your ability to see in darkness. Doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I think it's specific to you. It's okay. Pretty soon they're going to be teleportation devices.
True. Well, once I get
You're
3
not
of them,
gonna
it's also increased dark vision. So once I
Yeah.
get 3 of them, I can actually. I
Ah,
just didn't read that part. My bad.
all right. Yes, you do notice a large, and a large sinking area in the center of this like mass stretching growth that does appear to like dip into the ground almost like a hole. As you guys enter this field, really quick, I'm still learning how to use this. Did the screen change?
No.
No.
Not for me.
It's still on the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
How do you change the screen, Chris?
I have not run a game in this, so I
Oh
don't know.
God. Okay, try to figure it out.
Foolish mortal.
As soon as we step inside, I will cast Null Cloak on myself.
Did the screen change
something
now?
It changed.
It's black.
Good. I just want it to be black. So you guys enter this area. Okay. And you see all of this sticky heat kind of washing over.
Am I the only one that can see that hole? Because I have dark vision, or
Does
is
anybody
anybody
else have dark vision?
No, but can I turn on my headlamp on my helmet?
Yeah, you can. If you guys want to start turning on the light.
If I had known, I would have cast a spell, but I can't do. Well, I could take 10 minutes to do it now, but I don't. So it's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I turned my headlamp on. Kind of look around.
Okay.
Do you guys want
I will
to
point.
keep going?
I'll still go first, and I'll point out that there's a large opening in the floor of this whatever this substance is, and I can guess that's probably the first of many tunnels we'll come across. And I'll start forward on the squishy.
It appears like it's going to be some kind of drop. Honestly, like it's just like a hole in the middle of the floor.
Okay, can we get around it?
Make an awareness check.
3.
You don't see any other exits. It's possible that the hole is like the way in. You're not 100% sure, but
yeah. Okay. I would say looks like it's going to drop down. I don't know how far. I can't tell, but I don't think there's any other way. So I don't know. Maybe we can drop something down there. Anybody got
I
not
have
one
a
of your
bomb.
rations, but something else. Well, I doubt that the core is this close to the entrance.
You guys have
Good
like
idea though.
glow sticks and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll crack a glow stick then, and I
Crack
will.
a glow stick.
say-
You keep going.
I was gonna look back at everybody and be like, "Ready? We don't know what this will stir up, or if it will cause them to know we're here." And I'll crack it and like hold it over and like toss it out into the middle of the entrance, like a little bit. I don't drop it right at the edge. I want to make sure it goes in the middle.
Yeah, you want to drop it down the hole in the center.
Yeah, but like not at the edge. I want to see I want to go straight down.
Yeah, I mean it's a hole straight down, so
Okay, I don't know.
it's like dropping something in a well. So
How
You can just hold
big
your
is
hand
this
over
hole
and go.
exactly? The diameter? Like how far across is this hole?
It's like 5 feet wide.
Oh, it's only 5. Okay, then yeah. I thought it was bigger than that.
You can hold it over and just drop it. You hold the light over and you drop it. The light falls, and there's a moment as it kind of dances through the air, and all of you are looking down at the rod that you see some subtle movements, some shifts in the shadow, and you hear as things kind of shift around. Eventually, you hear it hit. You see it hit the ground where it hits kind of like that fleshy substance, and then you see kind of like the bulbous kind of like pustules of the fleshy substance that makes up the hive kind of just start to like eat and suck at the rod until it just kind of disappears from view and it grows dark again.
Well,
I'm
that
gonna,
seems promising.
Promise of what? Ah, holy shit, that was loud.
It was very loud.
Fucking shit, man.
You're in it now, boys.
What was that?
That was the title card.
Yeah.
Got it.
A long intro to this episode.
It's like The
mean-
Witcher, where you play 3 hours of it, and the title card hits.
You mean like the 4.5 hours of Cyberpunk before they hit you with the Departed opener? And as those sounds clear off, yeah. I'm actually
Clear off like they move away from it?
it definitely seemed like the movement and the noise was moving away from the light as the light went down.
Ooh, okay.
Like the light disturbed whatever was down there, so it was surprised.
Sure.
But I actually think we're gonna end our session there. Because you guys are gonna hook in and go down, and then it's gonna be like a whole other deal. So
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be
This
down with that.
It's
guy.
gonna be a whole other session. Yeah.
Whole
It was Saturday night, not Sunday night.
Well, I'm thoroughly disturbed by everything that happened. In this
Yeah.
session. I don't like where we are. I don't like the guy we talked to. Like, Dyson is kind of a dick.
Dyson is
Like-
kind of a dick.
But I'm
That's why
for,
Dyson's my favorite.
yeah,
I'm thoroughly
for Dyson.
entertained.
Yeah. Oof.
I think the doctor's a super like honestly like he's he's very formal and
He's
nice.
cordial.
He is cordial.
Yeah, so was Hannibal Lecter.
Yes. I
think
literally,
he-
as we were talking to him, I'm like, oh my god, it's a Nazi
Maud
doctor
Michelson.
mixed with Hannibal Lecter.
Have any of you watched Hannibal with Mads Mikkelsen and Hugh,
Oh, it's-
Yep.
what's his name?
It's phenomenal.
Amazing show.
Carol watched.
Amazing.
Carol watched some of it. I think she eventually got like bored, but she watched some of it.
I was thoroughly entertained.
Very
I loved
good.
it.
All right. Well,
Good
gentlemen.
sesh, guys.
That's bro. That's fun.
Yeah,
Time to
I like it.
It's a different feel for sure.
I like it. This is a very cool RP heavy game. And I like it.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely like aspects of like having to figure out the best approach to things because you're working
Yeah.
I really like that
Yeah.
part. In character, I loved that. Talking through stuff, that is a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun.
It's like the opposite of the Thursday party that just dives in and figures they'll make it up as they go along.
Make it up as you
Yeah.
go along.
It's like jazz.
We
on
have a
Thursday
plan.
nights.
Attack.
To be fair, it's funny because
Yeah.
we usually have a lot. We usually have a lot less information that we're working with initially, so we kind of we have to go in and,
Or just
and
like
just
a
make them
trademark
go
move
along.
of multiple of the characters on Thursdays to just
Yeah.
like figure shit out as they go along.
Just gotta hike up
And,
your
like,
sleeves,
like some of the characters just have like the same solution for everything.
which is
Like Ronan's just like, okay, I'm just gonna cut it. I'm just gonna cut it to pieces until it stops. Cool.
pretty much, yeah, that works. I'm gonna start slicing until it says, "Please stop slicing me."
Zed
Or
definitely
dies.
just goes with his heart and then realizes it's a mistake and stumbles around until he survives the situation for sure.
Yeah, like he did with Mira.
Or that time he shot that mercenary in the head and then your party immediately ended up in that really intense combat.
Oh man, that
So
was
good.
great.
So good.
I really loved where Casper was like, "Hey, we could just not fight." And the guy was just like, "Yeah, I guess. Is that, you guys are gonna back down?" Everybody backed down, and he's just like, "All right, cool."
It really
Piss off.
did. It still made it out so hard. It was hilarious. Yep, and the boy's gone.
I think that
Oh, man.
this I think that this party, just the fact that there seems to be more like, and this is a more intellectual party than Thursdays. That was really what it is.
Wow, what an insult!
That's fair.
Wow.
There's really only,
I
there's
mean,
really only
come
like
on.
one savvy character on Thursdays, right? So
Yeah,
Exactly. And he's like only savvy, like book smart wise, like
yeah.
totally dumb when it comes to like real life such situations because he hasn't experienced.
But that's okay because that's what the rest of the party is good at.
snap. Call
Exactly.
playing Control.
Oh, dude, Control's so good.
That is very good.
I'm about to play Cyberpunk.
Hell yeah.
Me too.
Cyberpunk. Oh, dude, Cyberpunk Hangout, boys.
Oh my goodness.
I think I might try to play some League with Corey.
Yeah,
Where's
man,
League?
they're over there.